Hello, insiders! Quick news flash this week. First item, we had some data issues on August 7th and 8th, where you may have seen lower views from Realtime. It's now fixed. We're sorry about that. We're working on improving reliability and monitoring on that data. But during that August 7th and 8th period, you may have seen lower than normal views and maybe even some headlines saying that views are down versus previous uploads, that kind of thing. It's now fixed, so apologize for the inconvenience, and we are working hard to improve that. And that was also available on the Studio Beta dashboard in the known issues card, which is currently on the bottom right of that dashboard. If you ever encounter things where you're like, I wonder if there's like a bug or something going on, we will usually put it in that known issues area. Next, speaking of the Studio Beta, last week we started the final defaulting of all creators to the Studio Beta. There's this handful of creators who have set Classic as their default, and that setting will be going away, and everybody will be starting in Studio Beta for their sessions on Studio. There still will be a way to go back to Classic if you really need a little more time to get adjusted to Studio Beta, but in the next few weeks, everybody will start completely on Studio Beta. There will be no longer any sessions that commence in Classic. If there are things that you have tried to do in Studio Beta that you can't, that you knew you could do in Classic, let us know in the comments below. Okay, next, just a quick update on thumbnail AB. That's something that we talked about in the past, and people are often asking for an update on that. Here's what I can share. It's still in the experimental phase. The group that we've been experimenting with has grown, so we have some pilots that are yielding some really good lessons for us and learnings. And now we're trying to think through how we could bring this feature to become more available. But we have to make sure we do it right and it scales and that it results in better performance for creators and is good for the platform. And we also need to integrate it into the Studio Beta and probably maybe the new uploads flow in the Studio Beta. Next, we have made some improvements to the monetization classifier, the yellow icon, if you will. And basically, we've taken the appeals data from the last several months, and we've looked at, okay, when have people appealed where after human review, we've agreed with the appeal, which means that the original decision was not as accurate as it could have been. And then how do we kind of use that information to tweak and tune and improve the classifications up front? And so we just wanted to thank everybody who's been reading our ads guidelines and has been getting appeals approved. If you're appealing all the time and it's not being approved, then there's a good chance you may want to familiarize yourself with the ads guidelines a little more. But if you're appealing a lot and we are approving the appeal, that is gold for us because that gives us a clear signal that, this part of the classifier needs to be tuned a little better. So we've made a bunch of those improvements. Hopefully everyone will benefit from that and will get more and more accurate, and it's an ongoing effort. Next, there was a comment from Nick Nimmin about a potential bug in Studio Beta with group creation. I just wanted to thank Nick for that call out, and we are definitely looking into it with the team. That's it for this week. Hopefully this was helpful. In the meantime, keep it real. Movie time? All right. So last week, the movie was amazing, which was Apollo 11, which is not Apollo 13. A lot of people guess it was Apollo 13. Apollo 11, and this is the one where it's not scripted, there are no professional actors, it's all original NASA footage. Now, for this week, here's the quote. "I wish none of this had happened. So do all who live to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. Some deep stuff, man. So if you know what movie that is from, please put it in the comments below. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Keep it real.